Chapter 10 from the book discusses using AP divs for the placement of elements on your web page, and it demonstrates how AP divs can be used to have better control over the items you place on a web page, whether it's a picture or text or things along that item. And what they want us to do to practice this is open up the index page for the striped umbrella, and I want to go under view and turn on the ruler, or show the ruler, because what they want us to do is first set up an idea called a guide. And a guide is nothing more than you drag this down from your ruler, and it has you place this in a location on your page. It's just a green line. You can change the color of that if you don't like it, and basically you can use that to lay out your page. I'm just going to add another guide just to show that you can have multiple guides, and it can get a little messy, but just to show this here. And then you can use the guides. You can also pull them in from the left as well to lay your page out. But what they want us to do is add these things called app div buttons. And what we wanted, or not app div buttons, but app div icons. And under the layout item under insert, you can actually draw your AP divs. And when you draw it, appears as a box with a little handle in the upper left hand corner. That handle lets you move it around the screen, and notice when I click on it, my properties at the bottom have quite a few characteristics. First thing I want to do with this is, they say move this to this guide toward the bottom, which I put it approximately 460. Actually I didn't put it. Let's move it down a little bit more. There's about 460. And again, these guides will not show up on your web page, but they're just there to help you along. If I click on my div, I actually have an idea over here where I can name it, and I'm going to name this. They want to call this one Noodles. And when I first did this, I didn't know why it's called Noodles, and you'll understand why it's called Noodles here in a little bit. So when I click on it, actually if I click inside of it, you'll see the ID is Noodles. If I click on the little handle, it gives me the properties of the AP div. And what they want us to do is, notice you can change, and we'll see this in a minute, you can change the overflow, and you'll see what that means, but they say set it to auto for now. And let's see, in visible, set it to visible, and we'll see what that does in a few moments as well. Something to look forward to. I'm going to go on to the next item, part 2, and what they want us to do is, with our noodle item selected, they want us to come in here and put some left. These stand for the various positions on the page. The T is for top, the L is for left. So the left is, they want it to be 450. Make sure you leave the PX in there. If you don't, it really changes things substantially. So 450 and 490 for the have those backwards. 490 and 450. I'm on page 1010, and then what that will do is that'll position the left and the top part of our div. Now the H and the W is the height and the width. So the height, they want to be 170. Make sure again you leave the PX in there. If you remove those, you'll see exactly what happens. 250 for the width. I get 150. There we go. So that now sets up the parameters for our noodles. And notice too, I have my CSS open over here. Under styles now, I now have a style for noodles, and I can do some various things to that. And the book has you kind of view that idea. Now, after setting one of these up, what we're going to do now is we're actually going to create a second one. and it doesn't matter where you put it, because they're going to give you the coordinates and all the parameters for that. But the second one, we named the first one Noodles. We're going to call this one Granddad. Okay, so we now have Granddad and Noodles, and they give us the parameters. The left is 280. Top 475. Again, I'm just reading these right out of the book. Width 250, and the height is 165. Alright, and the notice to the Z value. We'll talk about the Z value in a minute. The Z value for Granddad needs to be set at 2, and it is set at 2, which is good. Now they actually want us to draw a third one, and this is going to be called Two Children. And notice there's an underscore between 2 and children. And they give us parameters for these. Parameters for these are left 710. Top 440, 200, and 250. And notice how this sets the three items up on the screen. They slightly overlap. And one thing to notice too, the Z value for children is 3, but they actually, what they want us to do is go back to the Noodles and change the noodle value of to 3. So Granddad's Z value is 2. Noodles is set at 3. And what is the Two Children? They want the Two Children to be set at 1. And that'll all make sense momentarily, so please stand by.